I know that you wrote recently about how this shouldn't serve as a distraction from the pandemic. Well, what do you think about that? And how likely do you think it is that once this is all over, once we've gotten someone probably pushed through, that America will turn back to the pandemic?
I think there's no avoiding it either way. As much as Donald Trump may try to run from this crisis, 204,000 Americans are dead. And Americans saw in the debate last night that the president struggled even to think of that as actual people. He said we should be grateful that those people that more of those people are not dead. And despite these efforts to change the topic away from the Supreme Court, it seems the president just can't stop getting in his own way. Every time we get a media story about Amy Coney Barrett or the Senate fight, President Trump will step in front of that story and say something else untrue about COVID. So it may have actually worked to distract people if the president couldn't stop getting in the way of his own messaging.
And I wonder too, like I would guess that if I were Trump and I knew that people, you look at on an issue by issue basis, who do they trust, Trump or Biden? On the pandemic, they seem to be swinging towards Biden for some reason. I can't conceive of why they'd have a problem with Trump's pandemic response. That I would probably want any random topic as a replacement for that. But I do wonder about this as that topic. We know that that conservatives really do value Supreme Court seats. They might be emboldened by Trump's success if he's able to push someone through, but it also has the very real risk of turning off exactly the sort of people that he doesn't want to and inspiring them to come out and vote against him. How do you think this as a replacement, if it's going to hold the public's attention for a few weeks, does that actually benefit him?
I think as a base play to the 37% of people who are diehard for Trump, this is catnip. This is the best thing he could have gotten to bring them on board. And potentially it could bring a few wavering Republican voters in suburbs back to the party because they want someone who's going to take out Roe versus Wade or the Affordable Care Act. But the numbers are much sicklier for the president. The majority of Americans want the next president to make this appointment. And the challenge is if they go ahead and confirm someone before election day, they've lost their biggest issue. There's no tension left. You can't say elect Donald Trump again or Joe Biden will make this appointment. And then you literally have nothing to talk about instead of COVID.
Yeah, exactly. And so let's turn then to Biden finally. In terms of the way that he has messaged since Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, he didn't really seem to want to talk too much about it before the debate. And he made clear, look, that he doesn't support Roe v. Wade being overturned, but it doesn't feel like they're really making it a big centerpiece of the campaign. We noted on the show earlier today that asked about the possibility that he might pack the court or respond by eliminating the filibuster. He actually avoided answering either of those questions. What do you think about the way he's handled this development?
I think the way Biden has handled this is very characteristic Joe Biden. He's not showing his hand on anything he would do with the court if he's elected. And right now, I think Biden recognizes that he's up double digits on Trump when it comes to handling COVID and the economy. But the race is only 2 or 3 points difference when it comes to the Supreme Court. So Biden's absolutely right to focus on the issues he's winning on and to leave this fight to the Senate, who are more than capable of making a great public relations campaign around this and around Republican obstruction in general.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly have to see if anyone watching this would like more of Max's thoughts on this particular topic. That is available at Alternate. You can go read that now. As always, Max Burns, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.